Any minor observation, any trivial stumble, if this penetrates your composure, you're relinquishing control. The truth is the most resilient individuals don't encounter less difficulties. They've simply perfected their responses. Envision moving through your journey undisturbed. No more overthinking, no uncontrolled reactions. Simply total mastery. Now I'll reveal to you the method to condition your thinking to act as if nothing bothers you. Mastering the nothing bothers me mindset is crucial. Existence is packed with interference. People's opinions, constant annoyances, unforeseen roadblocks. But what if I told you that true strength comes from perfecting purposeful neutrality? The secret lies in mastering to disconnect your reactions from external circumstances. When you let circumstances to command your emotions, you turn into an instrument of powers outside your command. However, when you condition your thinking to remain unmoved, you transform into the architect of your fate. When you embody this mindset, you exercise dominance without uttering anything. Think of the most influential individuals throughout time. They were not those who acted on impulse to each offense. Their power wasn't in their capacity to debate, but in their ability to remain unaffected. Picture a situation when someone offends you openly. The instinctive reaction of many consists of rage. Yet what occurs when you just smirk and depart? You extract the provocateur's influence. Identical principles govern defeats and obstacles. People who comprehend the power of indifference see failure as nothing more than data, a learning experience. They don't incorporate loss. They simply note, adapt, and move forward. How do you cultivate this level of control? Develop the custom of stopping before responding. Ask yourself, does this circumstance genuinely impact my future objectives? One more essential factor consists of mental imagery. See yourself as someone who traverses the world unshaken. When you reinforce this image in your mind, it becomes your reality. Emotional separation doesn't mean repressing sentiments. It's about controlling them. Imagine this. You're within a fierce debate. Should you permit their statements to command your sentiments, or do you smile unaffected? As you embrace this method, stress decreases, clarity increases. What you concentrate on, you magnetize. When you take control of your contemplation and sentiments, you transform into the designer of your destiny. Training yourself to be emotionally detached doesn't signify you turn indifferent. It indicates you stop letting outside powers to control your internal state. Your sentiments support you, not conversely. Purposeful neutrality is exceptional power. We're programmed to think we must care about everything. But true freedom comes when you realize that many things are irrelevant. Detachment doesn't signify unconcern. It means prioritization. Not all conflicts merit engagement. As you cease responding to every minor inconvenience, you regain control. Cease pursuing validation. Pursuing validation is a snare. The moment you give another person the strength to establish your significance, you lose control over your personal existence. Genuine certainty isn't granted. It's constructed through personal independence. The most charismatic people don't plead for validation. They own who they are, defects and everything. Independence emerges when you abandon the requirement to be liked by everyone. Regardless of your actions, someone will perpetually opine. So why squander your power endeavoring to appease everybody? If you desire to liberate yourself from the approval trap, start by asking yourself, whose judgment genuinely counts? Another crucial step is learning to validate yourself. When you commence perceiving your inherent significance, external approval becomes irrelevant. The second you quit chasing acceptance is the point you commence experiencing independence. Condemnation is inescapable, but how you handle it defines your strength. Judgment only possesses as much strength as you provide it. If you respond sentimentally, you permit it to command you. The strongest individuals don't permit condemnation to unsettle them. They assess it with a clear mind. Extract what's beneficial and discard the rest. Examine condemnation through rationality, not sentiment. Two categories of judgment exist: beneficial and harmful. Beneficial judgment is precious. Harmful judgment, conversely, is intended to tear you apart. Not each judgment warrants your concentration. When you answer condemnation with tranquil neutrality, you show the world that your confidence is unshakable. The strongest people do not fear criticism. They utilize it intelligently or they disregard it entirely. Tension uncovers persons. Some fracture, yet the powerful stay unmoved, as they discipline their consciousness before the tempest comes. The secret is to detach from the need for control. Not everything will go as planned. However, you don't engage effectively. You reply with tactics. The majority fracture during tension because they resist reality. Your consciousness is your combat arena. The ideas you permit entry will decide your victory or defeat. To train an unshakable mind, you should construct cognitive routines. Thankfulness to resist cynicism, discipline to override laziness. Daily you need to condition yourself to remain imperturbable, to hesitate before responding. Most people are slaves to their emotions, however, individuals who command their consciousness dominate all. Psychological power is constructed in the small, everyday moments. Among the strongest thought patterns you may cultivate is detachment. Distance doesn't indicate apathy. It indicates command. One more essential factor lies in strictness. The mind will always seek comfort, yet rigor reconstructs thinking. Start small. Pledge to practices that reinforce your mental strength. Authentic force functions silently. It doesn't pursue recognition. It merely performs and lets the results speak. The loudest people in the room are commonly the most vulnerable. If you wish to be valued, quit proclaiming your objectives. Success is not built through words. It's forged through execution. The deeper you vocalize, the more you invite scrutiny. When you function silently, no one sees you coming. The most powerful people don't waste energy proving themselves. They let their success do the talking. Stillness isn't dormant. It is strategy. When you do speak, your words carry weight. In a reality where most urgently pursue attention, be the one who doesn't seek recognition. As others pursue recognition, you seek perfection. This is a separation between people who speak of achieving magnificent goals and those who genuinely perform them. The instant you see supply and outside approval, you'll perceive something. People will start paying attention. They'll inquire about your process. And that's when you'll understand you've genuinely controlled the situation, not since you informed everyone, but as you manifested it without uttering anything.